Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. I'm Justin.
And I'm AJ.
Today, we're going to do a deep dive and build log on the Air Warriors Ultra Rapid Tech.
Courtesy of Buzzbee, also known as the Sentinel, this model here. Yeah, basically what happened was I went to a Humans vs. Zombies Melbourne event, spoke to Outback Nerf, who was the only person at the time to own this particular model. I did a bit of research for the past 2 months in the internals and whatnot. I just had to have one. You know, I got to give it my SS treatment, you know? Springers and... Oh, bloody fly wheels, seriously.
We can't have that. We're gonna bring back the springers in a big way.
Yeah. I just want to add a little disclaimer here. I did actually pull this blaster apart during the event, so there may be some things missing.
As soon as he got it, he had to open it up.
I was too excited. It was like, you all watched Terminator 2 and all that, so you gotta be like Terminator.
The Governator.
Yeah, the Governator. The T-800 who actually saves John Connor and all that jazz. You understand, don't you guys?
We're going to see what's inside, and then we're going to attempt... Well, we'll see if we can brass breach it and do a bath plug plunger head replacement. What's the springs you got there?
Well, this one here is courtesy of RS Components, supposedly and reportedly a 16 kilogram load spring. I'm not too sure if this will actually fit inside. It might be too big.
Wait, 16?
Yeah, 6...
Okay.
Yeah, bloody oath, man. 16. But if all else fails, we've got this other one here, but... I gotta be honest with you, I don't know where I got it from. Magically appeared in my toolbox, waiting to be used.
It's power to be unleashed.
Yes, it's power to be unleashed, that's the one.
Right.
So there's 2 tabs underneath.
Oh, you need to remove that to get the screws.
Yeah, pretty much. There was a particular end plate that was part of the shell, but...
Have you lost that already?
I didn't lose it. I just noticed there's a big screw in the lever action.
Is that the longest?
I believe it's the largest in the diameter. Everything else from what I saw were all the same length. I like to say I'm delving into its innards, you know.
Are you making a reference to another Make.Test.Battle video?
There's too many of them.
Internals and all.
Exposing its inner truths because it's serious business.
Give him a screwdriver, give him a blaster, it starts getting deep and meaningful.
I tell you what, I can't stand people with their paint jobs and all that. It's like tattoos on a human being. And when they try to attack tough and stuff, it's like, dude, your tattoos are gonna jump out of your body to fight me? I mean, seriously, bitches. It's just the same with Nerf as well. And when you have a war, it's like, oh, nice paint job. Does that give you an extra 20, 30 feet? Bitch, please.
AJ is one of those old school practical nerfers who likes to keep it naked.
Not just keep it naked, it's about performance and power. As I was saying about buying the blaster off Outback Nerf, great page, blog, and we pretty much just had a 5-minute conversation of me going, I must have this, name your price. I'll buy it at a high price, stranger.
Reveal.
Okay, so this lock was removed. There were all these assorted locks that were in place that prevented the blaster from being deprimed. They had to be removed so that now you can...
What's this up here?
I looked at it inside, underneath in the magazine housing, but I couldn't make sense of it. But you can see here there's the magazine catch. It utilizes Nerf magazines as well as the ones that come with Buzzbee, which I don't have. It pretty much is the same premises.
As a Jaguar. Actually, let me grab a Jaguar. And it worked by, unlike Nerf blasters, where any of the direct plunger ones, the breech actually slid back inside the plunger tube as a third separate piece. Buzzbee, probably not being able to make the same thing because Hasbro's patents, decided to go with...
Plunger tube.
Yeah, sliding plunger tube system, which actually works pretty well. So with this one, they had a sliding ratchet mechanism, which would then push up on the inbuilt clip magazine.
No, it's a clip. It's a clip indeed.
Whatever. Anyway.
Let's not, you know.
Yeah, no, we'll stay away. We'll stay away from that. But, it was actually really nice. The problem is, it's actually very tiny plunger tube. I don't know, maybe, Hasbro's lost their patent on these particular dimensions. I don't know if you could hating this specifically. Even Zaru, who make this thing, they've come out with basically another Recon at the same dimension Nerf clips as well. So, ooh, exciting times. Just a bunch of new blasters coming into the market. Differences with the Jaguar, bigger plunger tube.
This is one of the things that I really loved when I was studying the internals. There is no bolt sled at all.
Well, it's more a plunger sled here.
The only gripe I have, and this is indicative of the type of modifications that I do as someone who loves working with springers, is that you can't really increase displacement type of modification where you utilize a bigger plunger tube and increase its diameter without having to reverse engineer the parts. So that's one thing I'm not bummed out about, but it's one thing, that's one limitation that we have when it comes to modifying these type of springers in general. In terms of the design itself, it does increase your blaster lengthwise by around 50% or so, because you don't have that bolt sled internally pushing inside the plunger tubes. That there is the plunger rod inside that has its catch. This guide here allows it to perfectly align with this catch.
Did you already double spring it?
No, this is how it was.
Or did Outback put that in?
I'm not too sure if he did or not. We'll get you the answers. I presume that this was the spring that was used, because this feels has a bit of slack. We'll just keep opening it up. LIT, level taper invert. There's the air restrictor inside. This has probably got to be one of the weakest plunger rods I've ever held in my life. Nope, let's not even go into testing how fragile it is. Reinforce it for the time being, just to give it a bit of extra strength.
That way?
Maybe, maybe not. If we flange it like Eddie Van Halen's flanger pedal. If not, well, we'll just use this. We'll just increase the seal here. We're just experimenting here and there. Okay, that won't work. That will work, but that might be too big. But who knows? But more importantly, I do want to just making the breech system, the brass breech, likes as your long shot brass breech mods, and the brass breech is going to be on here. The barrel is going to be free floating, fixed to the faux barrel. We're just going to keep it simple, stupid. Remember that. Yes. I wanna rock and roll. Oh. Anyway.
A party every day.
I wanna rock and roll all night. I party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night. I party every day.
Well, it's pretty much done now. So here's my brass breech. Bit tight, whatevs. We've actually done something slightly different. Use the 1/2 inch dart pusher, a little bit less than the length of the breech itself. Why? Because I was persuaded to by Justin. The normal convention would be to make the dart pusher the same length as the breech, but we're all about testing things, development, trying out new little tricks and innovation. So let's give it a test run, yeah. Now the plunger head, and you can probably tell I've already been testing it. I've just wrapped some Teflon around. I decided not to use the bark plug because it was going to reduce my draw length. I decided to just fill it up with a bit of E-putty and a conduit plug to smoothen it out, give it some padding, because you should pad your springers. Pad your springers.
It's about protection.
It's about protection.
It's about comfort.
Comfort and protection. We're actually going to use this to lubricate this. I only use it for nerfing purposes. Do not judge me. Put a little bit around. You don't need to be too liberal.
So how did you reinforce the plunger head?
I used a piece of flared 1930 seconds brass, applied epoxy putty inside and just filled it up. I'm not expecting any magical result, so I could probably use a bit more Teflon. This is just the experimental phase, so I'm not too finicky about getting the perfect seal at this age.
How did you put the barrel in? What's that?
Oh, it's just Ite. Because nerfing 2005, bitches.
So what, you just wrapped it around the barrel?
Yeah, bloody oath I did. That's such a forsaken angel trick. You guys weren't there back in the old days. Everything seems to be fine at this stage. So this is a stock spring. We're going to add it with a stock standard triple shot spring. Only problem is it's going to slip over. Somehow in my magical parts box, I found a 25 to 20 mil conduit reducer over the spring rest. That's all there is to it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. you know, magical choirs and stuff. You gotta bless it and hope the best. Hold on to your ass.
In case of an emergency, put your head between your knees and
Kiss your bum goodbye. That was a good movie. I mean, we're doing a test run right now. We've loaded with some
FEJ version 5, some actual
version 5s, are they? Well, I guess that's what it says there. Yeah.
Ooh, nice. Ooh. Oh, 144. Battle select rule set. No, you don't have to take power plus with that.
Yeah.
Alright, you gotta do the barrel flip, man.
Yeah, I don't think the Breech is smooth enough to do that.
Yeah, I think maybe next iteration we will, but nearly got it.
We'll try again. We're now using some red darts.
Red FPG. Oh yeah, they are a little bit thicker.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm still using it. Yeah, so the flip cock thing doesn't quite work because the brass breech is a lot more tight than the standard stock breech.
Can you leave up the breech?
It doesn't matter. I actually prefer it nice and stiff anyway. Like my manual gearboxes, I prefer them to be tight during the gear shifts. And then we'll try the half cock. Yeah, again, the spring load is probably a bit too tight to do such a thing without having to put a massive counterweight for the inertia. Sir Isaac Newton's science. Yeah. The Buzzbee Ultra Rapid Tech, also known as the Sentinel. It's a sure winner in my books after you saw that.
Okay.
Hell, it could replace my triple shot if it wanted to. Does that mean that I'm going to be using magazine-fed blasters in the future? Well, stay in tune for more upcoming videos.
If you enjoy this, don't let Facebook or YouTube decide what you watch. Click get notifications on our Facebook page and click all notifications on our YouTube channel. That way you won't miss a beat.
If you want us to do a proper modification video, let us know by going down in the comments section. One of a kind. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's... I don't know.
In Australia.
Oh yeah, in Australia.
It hasn't been released yet. So I'm the only one. Oh, we already demonstrated it didn't work.
Oh. Thanks for watching, guys.
Take it easy.
Thank you.
Nerf
very
on.
much.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm just going to go get deep inside. Yeah. Deep inside.
Deep inside. We're going on a deep dive. Deep dive.
Deep dive.
Deep dive. When was the last time you used a mag-fed blaster? I've only ever seen you use triple shots at wars. This is...
I've used the Raven probably once in 2012, and I used to use brass breech long shot back in the old days. I'm getting old. 2011, 2010. Yeah, I'm getting old. Ugh.